For more now on ISIS and a look at the 2016 presidential politics, we're joined by Republican Senator Lindsey Graham from Clemson, South Carolina. Senator, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
This is now the seventh public beheading of either a journalist or an aid worker by ISIS. When is this going to stop?
When they're degraded and destroyed, and the president has the right goal to degrade and destroy ISIL, but he doesn't have the right strategy. An aerial campaign will not destroy ISIL. You're going to need boots on the ground, not only in Iraq, but Syria, and there's got to be some regional force formed with an American component, somewhere around 10,000, I think, American soldiers to align with the Arab armies in the region and go into Syria and take back territory from ISIL. That's what will make it stop.
You know,
Excuse me.
The Pentagon admitted just last week that ISIS still holds about 20,000 square miles in Syria and Iraq.
Right.
That's roughly twice the size of Massachusetts. There have been 2,000 airstrikes by American and coalition forces. There were just 34 this weekend. Are these airstrikes effective at all?
They won't destroy ISIL. They do help in some regard. How do you dislodge ISIL from Syria? Iraq, you hope you can get the Kurds and the Iraqi security forces and the Anbar Sunni tribes to work together to defeat them in western Anbar and take back Mosul. But Syria is very complicated. You're going to need a regional force, Saudi Arabia, Turkey, the entire region, putting together an army with American people embedded, special forces, intel folks, forward air controllers to go in on the ground and not only dislodge them from Syria, but hold the territory. And you can't do that until you deal with Assad.
I think one of the most alarming things that I've read is that of these foreign fighters involved in Syria and Iraq, that some 4,000 of them have Western passports, which means they could travel to the United States without a visa. Are we watching them?
We are, but we are being overwhelmed. Quite frankly, Syria and Iraq combined are the best platforms to launch an attack on the United States I've seen since 9/11. So every day that goes by, we've got more terrorist organizations with more capability to strike the homeland than any time since 9/11. You got AQAP in Yemen, but ISIL's presence in Syria and Iraq, they're very rich. Foreign fighters flow with passports that can penetrate the United States or in our Western allies. So you'll see a Paris on steroids here pretty soon if you don't disrupt this organization and take the fight to them on the ground. And again, you cannot successfully defeat ISIL on the ground in Syria with a Free Syrian Army and regional coalition of Arab nations until you deal with Assad, because he will kill anybody that comes in there that tries to defeat ISIL.